Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Batavia Muckdog baseball this evening as the Dogs, fresh off of a 10-run victory north of the border, have come back down. They return to Dwyer Stadium for their fourth bout of the season versus the Jamestown Tarskunks. A great game in store. I'm Nikita Lohman. I'll be taking you through this one this evening. The Muckdogs, as you see on the screen, with back-to-back victories, now sit at 9-5 on the young season. The Tarskunks, who we saw less than a week ago, last Saturday, in a thrilling game, they are at 7-6. They've come into this one also winners of 2 straight games. And their last game, a dominant shutout 9-0 victory over the Niagara Falls Americans. And it was their first shutout of the season. They used 4 pitchers to get the job done. So they come into this game ready to fight. The first 3 games, the Muckdogs currently lead the season series 2-1. The first 3 games between these two teams have been decided by 2 runs, 1 run, and 1 run. So a 0-run differential, the Muckdogs lead 2-1. The last 2 games, the Dogs won in walk-off fashion. So it's going to be a great game tonight. Happy to have you all along with us. Let's talk a little bit about last night's game. We've given you a bit of a preview about the season series, the matchup between these two teams. Now let's get in to what has transpired recently. The Muckdogs, again in their first game in Canada, absolutely raked at the plate. They brought the bats up north with 17 hits, the second most on the season, only behind their game against Geneva, the incredible comeback victory. 7 doubles was a season high, as was 16 runs. They've now scored 24 runs over their last 2 games. In those 2 victories, they'll look to keep that magic alive here this evening. It's an important game also for head coach Skip Martinez, as it's his son's birthday. He's mentioned today he's never lost, unbeaten in his coaching career on his son's birthday. So, already a motivated bunch, just a little bit extra added motivation here tonight. You want to talk a little bit more about motivation? A win would put the Muckdogs ahead of Newark in the standings. As right on cue, let's take As you can see here, the Pilots, they lost this morning to the Pioneers, so they dropped to 7-3-1 as Elmira improves to 8-5. And what that has done has really condensed the picture. The top 6 teams in the West Division are separated by 1.5 games. So the Tarskunks may be sitting in 6th right now, but they're right there. It's going to be a crazy playoff push as we get down the stretch this season. As here at Dwyer Stadium, they are wishing Dewey a happy birthday. It is Dewey's birthday night. You see, we've got 5 mascots all congregated around home plate. As Lou Dog, he'll be joining us on the broadcast tomorrow as the Muckdogs head to Jamestown. Today, though, he's leading operations on the field as we celebrate Dewey this evening. We'll step away for just a moment, but when we return, we'll have lineups, first pitch, and baseball here tonight. We'll return now here at Dwyer Stadium. Giving you a bit of a preview on the Muckdogs. Let's take a look at the team they're playing, the Jamestown Tarskunks. They won big time 9-0 shutout victory over the Americans last night. The night before, Wednesday night, was also a blowout win over the Americans. So the teams were separated by 2 games going into their Wednesday night contest. Now they're evened up at 7-6. They won those 2 games, the Tarskunks did, by a combined 17 runs. And this is a powerful lineup that the Tarskunks bring out there. 313 average, 410 slug, and 5 home runs all lead the West Division. The Muckdogs, far from slouches of their own offensively. They've got terrific numbers, as is seen by that they are tied with the Muckdogs with 31 extra base hits. So 2 teams that really can hit on the field today. Funnily enough, though, the last time they played, it was the pitching which shined. It was Christian Pensick versus Pablo Sainz. They were locked in a pitcher's duel. Sainz went 7 innings, allowed 2 runs. Pensick went 8 shutty. The Muckdogs were down to their last out. They hadn't scored a run, but they roared back with 2 when defeat was staring them in the face. They slapped back and won that one. The pregame festivities going on at home plate. Announcements of the starting lineup. We will give you a glance now. In a moment, we'll give you a glance at the Tarskunks starting lineup here this evening. When the Muckdogs come to bat, that is when you'll see their lineup. We are just about ready for a performance of the national anthem this evening, as the respective teams are walking out to their foul lines. At least the guys who are not playing. On the Muckdog side, we're not in the field. With the national anthem performed, let's give you a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Jamestown Tarskunks. Leading off and playing first base, it's Nolan Smith. Batting second and behind the dish, it's Jacob Haynes. Batting third, playing center field, it's Justin Bremner. 2 and 3 in the order. Those two can cause some trouble. Cleaning up, and the designated hitter this evening, it's Nathan Borchard. Batting fifth, playing second base, Brady McGuire. In the sixth hole, he's the right fielder tonight, Dom Costello. Batting seventh, playing left field, it's Eric Weeks. In the 8th hole, manning shortstop, it's Ty Ligoni. Batting ninth, the extra hitter is Blake Herman. And rounding out the lineup, batting 10th and running the hot corner, it's Aiden Nolasco on the mound for the Tarskunks. Making his season debut, it'll be Jack Bracken. And the man on the mound tonight for the Muckdogs is Eric Woodley. Woodley is making his first start of the season, but this is an area where he has a ton of familiarity. Started 9 games in his collegiate season for SUNY Niagara, an ERA at 1.09. He was incredible. It's been more of the same, albeit in a small sample here in the early going. He's tossed 2.1 innings across his 3 outings. He pitched last 2 days ago versus Newark. Pitched 2/3 of an inning, did not allow an earned run. 1 run did cross the plate. He struck out 2, walked none. As you can see, the 0 walks. 111 batting average again, so he really has limited any type of traffic on the bases this season. Got a fastball that can reach into the 90s. Some great off-speed pitches to go along with that. Woodley, a big-time talent that the Muckdogs coaching staff is thrilled to have now join the rotation as we get into the middle part of this season. Third baseman Jackson Inman back in the lineup. He couldn't make it across the border yesterday, so he stayed in Batavia. The Muckdogs bats were terrific. A few guys returning tonight. Let's give you the defensive alignment, as there's a bit of a meeting between Frank Jagoda and Skip Martinez with the umpires. So, behind the plate tonight, as Eric Woodley's on the mound, his battery mate is Cooper Romick. Going around the infield, Braden Horton gets his first start at first base this year. Manning second base after a hot night last night, it's Caleb Walker. At shortstop, once again, it's Tyler Castrotaro. And at the hot corner, it's Jackson Inman. From left to right in the outfield, Brian Fry, Travis Hammond, and Braden Reyna will play there. Discussion is done. Things all sorted out. Good to avoid any type of confusion. As Nolan Smith, the first baseman, digs into the box, we are just about ready to get underway. Smith has terrific numbers on the season, and he's coming off a great game last night against the Americans in their 9-0 victory. He went 3 for 3 with a ribby and a walk, so a perfect day at the plate. He'll take strike 1 from Eric Woodley, and we are underway this evening. Nolan Smith on the season hitting .391 with a .508 on base and a .435 slug percentage. So he takes that heater on the outside corner once again. No balls and 2 strikes, the count. Smith also has 12 RBIs. He fouls that one away to stay alive. Count still 0-2. Also, 11 walks to 7 strikeouts. He may not be your prototypical leadoff man with some speed, but with an excellent ability to get on base. Understand why he's this high in the order. 0-2 breaking ball called. Strike 3. A quick first out here this evening for Eric Woodley, as there's 1 down for Jacob Haynes. I said he is an havoc wrecker in the box. Behind the plate, the numbers are gaudy in the early going. A .452 average, a .514 on base. Perhaps most impressive of all, a .742 slugging percentage. He has blasted a home run. He's got 6 extra base hits in just 9 games. This will be his 10th tonight. So Woodley is going to have to be careful with him. As the 0-1 pitch on its way. Called strike 2. Count 0-2 now on the catcher Haynes. Woodley still has not thrown a ball yet, obviously only the second batter of the game. And there's the announcer jinx. Shouldn't have said anything as that breaking ball is left outside. The count 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Tapped foul. Haynes stays alive. Haynes from Claridge, Pennsylvania. Those numbers I read off. He taps that one outside of third. Foul. The numbers I read off, an average on-base slug. He leads the team in all 3. He did play in the game on June 14th that the Muckdogs faced the Tarskunks in. Wasn't a huge factor, went 1 for 3 with an RBI, so solid day at the plate, but with his numbers. Honestly, more of an off day as the 1-2 pitch. Heater just misses. Cooper Romick was ready to fire that one down to third, have him go around the horn. But the umpire rules it low and outside, and the count is even at 2s. Woodley kicks and fires. That one just misses. And from 0-2 to 3-2, Haynes battling back. Here comes the 3-2. Line shot back up the middle. A hard base hit for Jacob Haynes to get the Tarskunks in the hit column. With one away, Justin Bremner comes up, and that takes me. Excuse me. The keys to the game, you saw number 1, build the dam. What I mean by that is try to go on as direct of a path as you can from Eric Woodley to Garrett Beaver. As there's a multitude of reasons why the more pitchers you use, the more dangerous things can get. Dangerous man at the plate, Justin Bremner, takes that one outside for ball 2. And here's why. Here's the 2 main reasons. First off, you never know when you're calling on a bunch of different guys out of the pen. Somebody, most likely, is bound to have an off night. And between 2 teams that can really hit, one guy who doesn't have it on any given day can put you away against this lineup as the 2-0 pitch is fouled away. Count now 2-1. Additionally, said it a few times, this is only game 4 in the 8-day stretch of games. 8 games, 8 days. In the middle of that right now, look, you got to preserve your arms. It's going to be hard to get through this if your starters can't give you a ton of length. Eric Woodley, a guy with great stuff, a great ability to get people out, I think is a prime candidate to give this pen some rest, get it straight to the closer. 3 balls and a strike is the count on Bremner. He leaves that one up high. So, the 2 big-time bats in the middle of the Tarpskunk order get on. First and second now for Nathan Borchar. Here, let's take a look at the keys to the game. The other 2, contact control, you see right there. As I mentioned in the opening, the Tarskunks lead the West Division in slugging percentage with a .410 slug. So they really know how to bang the ball around the yard, get it into the gaps, and even over the wall. Try to limit the damage contact. Woodley will do his best. Not an easy task as that one flared down the left field line. It's going to get down. It's a fair ball. Hits off the side wall. 1 run scores. They're waving home Bremner. He is in there. It's a 2-run double for Nathan Borchar. They've jumped Woodley here in the first inning, and they lead 2-0. Right as I was saying, that ball not necessarily scorched off the bat, but it had some solid velo behind it. Hit it pretty well, when I say just, it just barely squeaked in, wrapped inside that line for a fair ball. So that one tapped outside of third, foul. As the man in the box now is Brady McGuire. McGuire, a speedster, he leads Jamestown with 6 stolen bases. This is his 11th game of the season. Coming off a big day yesterday, as he went 2 for 3 with a double and 3 ribbies. And right there, pitch clips his jersey. And once again, 2 runners on here in the top of the first inning. Now up, it's Dom Costello. Costello in right field tonight. He has had a heck of a start to the year with a .412 average and .946 OPS. This is a lengthy Jamestown lineup. First pitch misses, count 1-0. There's no letdown. Haynes and Bremner may be the 2 biggest threats, but after them, it's just a ton of guys who can really wear you down, hit the ball with some authority. As Costello leaves that one outside, the count 2-0. The 2-0 from Woodley. Fouled away. Costello started in the game back on June 14th, went 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. This is his 12th game, so he's been a mainstay in this lineup. Takes that breaking ball in there for strike 2 as Woodley evens the count. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Fouled away. Costello staying alive. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Second K of the inning for Woodley and a big second out. You don't want to let the inning snowball. The last thing you want to do is have the Muckdogs come to the plate for the first time already in a 3+ run deficit that you feel like you need to dig out of for the rest of the game. Still got 1 out to go to get out of this jam as Eric Weeks comes to the plate. Weeks batting 7th in the order. But still, with the length and strength of this lineup, you got to be careful. If you remember, last weekend in the game on Saturday, Weeks took Pablo Sainz deep for a home run to break the scoreless tie. 0-1 from Woodley is a called strike. Beautiful breaking ball. Count now 0-2 on tonight's left fielder. Weeks wasn't right last game. Moves over to left. Had a bit of a funny stat line last night versus the Americans. This is the 0-2 pitch. Is fouled back, so they'll do it again. He went 0 for 1, but had 2 sac flies, 3 RBI, and 2 walks. So 5 plate appearances, only 1 AB to show for it. But all in all, a productive day at the plate. On the season, has a 797 OPS. That home run was one of the 2 extra base hits that he has. Also, 6 ribbies. This here, he's behind Woodley 0-2. Jam shot, slow roller to Inman at third. He fields, throws to first, in time. So Woodley allows 2, but bears down to get out of further trouble. And after a half inning of play, the Tarskunks lead 2-0. The Muckdogs coming to bat.
Hey, I bet you're a good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on.
Right two.
Oh, that's ugly, man. Right down, video boy.
Come on now. Right three.
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still fat.
Back now for the bottom of inning number 1. Let's give you a look at tonight's Batavia Muckdogs starting lineup. Leading off and playing first base, it's Braden Horton back in the lineup. Tyler Castrozaro will hit second, play shortstop, back where he usually is. He led off as the designated hitter last night. Batting third, another guy who had the day off yesterday. It's Jackson Inman. He plays third base. Brian Fry in left field will bat fourth. James Bolton back in the lineup tonight after a big 3-hit game last night. He's the designated hitter. Cooper Fesh, the EH, bats sixth. Cooper Romick, the catcher, bats seventh. So all 3 catchers hitting back-to-back-to-back in tonight's order. Braden Reyna is in right field. He'll bat eighth. Travis Hammond back patrolling center in the 9-hole. And Caleb Walker, man second base. Last night hit second. Tonight serving as the second leadoff in the 10-hole. The man on the mound that the Muckdogs lineup will face is Jack Bracken. Bracken is making his season debut. He's from Cherry Tree, Pennsylvania. A big guy standing at 6'5", 220 pounds. Maybe not so surprisingly considering his frame. Was first-team All-State in basketball twice in high school. Takes that one. Horton does for called strike 1. First pitch of the season, of his PGCBL season for Bracken. He attends Seton Hill University. Did not play this year as a freshman. 0-1 pitch to him is a called strike 2. Horton quickly behind. 0-2 on the season. Numbers looking great. This is his 7th game, a .353 average, a .560 on base. 0-2 is low. A 1.089 OPS is the best on the team, albeit he's missed a few games because he got here late as he was busy playing ball at Oklahoma. But he's come onto the scene red hot, made a statement. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one outside, even at 2-2. Fouls that one away, stays alive. There wasn't a whole lot of offense to go around the last time these two teams played, as it was a 3-2 victory for the Muckdogs. Braden Horton didn't record a hit in that game, but got on base twice, drew 2 walks. So even when he wasn't getting hits, was a factor. 2-2, fouled away again. Allowing the guys on deck and in the hole to see some more pitches from Bracken, doing his job as the leadoff man. The count's still 2-2. Hot shot is through for a base hit. Braden Horton on with a leadoff single, as that one just made it out of the outstretched reach of Brady McGuire, and the leadoff man on for the Muckdogs. The hit man this evening is Tyler Castrataro. Castrataro was 2 for 5 with a sac fly last night. Just couldn't seem to get enough of the Ironback center fielder Chase Hubble. Flew out to him 4 times. He flashes bunt, gets that one down. Bracken fields, he'll go to first. It's wild! It goes by the first baseman, Smith. Castrataro into second. Horton rounds third. He'll stay right there. But on the E1, runners on second and third here with nobody out. Here in the bottom of the first inning. How about that? About as easy of a throw as you can get. Just sometimes when you're a pitcher coming off the mound, you overthink it a little bit. You spend all your time throwing to the plate. Not used to making throws without a whole wind up, your whole routine. Rushed that one, throw offline. Now Jackson Inman up with a chance to get the Dogs back in this and tie this one up. He takes that for strike 1. Inman did not play last night. Numbers on the season, terrific. Last time he did appear in a game was Newark 2 days ago. He went 3 for 4, a single, a double, a triple. Did not quite hit that home run, but still a terrific day at the plate. He leaves that one low. And the count is 1-1. Inman still leads the team in ribbies. He's got 11 to his name. Lines that one right back up the middle for a base hit. Castrataro is rounding third. With the bobble, he'll score easily. 3 batters in, the Muckdogs tie it right back up at 2-2 on the 2 RBI single from Jackson Inman. That is quite the way to respond. You give up a pair of runs, doesn't matter. They pick their pitcher up. Keep the bats hot was one of my keys to the game. Looks like they sure are doing that in the early going. As Brian Fry digs in. Takes that for ball 1. Fry really impressed the Ironbacks commentators last night. They were just gushing about him all game. His numbers on the season are there on the screen. He fouls that one outside of first. 956 OPS. His .481 on base percentage at this moment in time is fifth on the team. Still, that speaks more to how insane. As that one gets away from the catcher Haynes. Moving up to second base is Inman. The count 2-1 on Fry. He's got a man now in scoring position. Fry last night went 2 for 4, had a double, a ribby, a walk, and a stolen base. So really filling out every part of the stat sheet, affecting the game in all the ways he could. He's looking for another RBI. Takes that one inside. Now ahead, 3-1. For Jack Bracken, not the start to your season that he had planned out when he was warming up in the pen. The Muckdogs have given him a rude welcoming to the PGCBL. Brian Fry keeps it going, takes ball 4. Still threatening big time here in the bottom of the first inning as James Bolton comes to the dish. Bolton has his numbers looking different after an incredible game last night, which saw him go 3 for 5. He scorched a double to right center field, one hop to the wall, had an RBI. Coaches and players with much more baseball knowledge than I always say that you can tell when a guy is right when he's taking close pitches, identifying balls and strikes, and is taking the baseball when they do swing to right center field. Bolton was doing a good job controlling the zone even when he wasn't really picking up hits. Last night the hits were coming. He was using the big part of the field with some loud contact to boot. Not surprising that they're leaving him in the lineup tonight. First time up, he's got an opportunity to put the Muckdogs ahead. Takes that one. Fastball on the outside corner. That one outside. Bolton ahead. After Bolton, it'll be Cooper Fesh. He's in the on-deck circle. Cooper Romick in the hole. Usually 2 of the 3 catchers in the lineup on any given night. Tonight, all 3 of them. And Bolton, line drive down the right field line. It's a fair ball. It rolls into the corner. 1 run scores. They're waving home a second and Fry. The throw to the plate is not made. It's a 2-ribby double for James Bolton. He keeps his hot hitting alive. And the Muckdogs are up 4-2 without recording an out here in the bottom of the first inning. He used the big part of the field. Like I said when he came into the box, that is really encouraging to see. I think, I think he probably would have had tonight off if he didn't show out like he did last night, but riding with the hot hand, Bolton rewards Skip, Lid, Grant, and the squad as Cooper Fesh comes to the plate. The Muckdogs are keeping the doubles party alive, a double already here, after 7 last night, which was their most on the season. The extra base hits weren't really coming in bunches early in the season. It was a lot of patience at the plate, good base running, and timely base hits, which provided the production in the run department. But as the weather's gotten warmer, the ball started flying a bit more, and they've been scorching the ball into the gap. That one ripped down the right field line. A phenomenal piece of hitting. Cooper Fesh takes that one low. He's up in the count 3-0. Fesh did not play yesterday, but in tonight's lineup. This is his 11th game. He's got a .433 average, an OPS over 1,000. He has been great in the early going. Takes that one, a heater in the zone for strike 1. 3-1 now on its way. It hits him. Cooper Fesh gets plunked. Jack Bracken still has not recorded an out in his season debut. Already 4 runs home and 2 runners on. Cooper Romick digs in. The second of back-to-back Coopers. Romick went 0 for 4 yesterday. Did have a productive out, a sac fly, so a ribby to his name. Also was hit by a pitch, so he reached base here. He's up to plate with an opportunity. Leaves that one high. Count 1-0. Romick in the last game versus Jamestown came up in a massive spot in the 9th inning, but showed his cool, calm collectedness at the plate. He could have seen the opportunity in the bottom of the 9th inning trailing by a run. He could have seen it as the opportunity to swing big, play out of himself, but he didn't do that. He stuck within himself. He took pitches out of the zone, drew a walk. 2 balls and no strikes to count. That one outside, and it's 3-0 on Romick. The returner showed that veteran presence. Doing it right here once again. Not biting on pitches outside the strike zone. Doesn't want to help out the laboring pitcher on the mound. Takes that one for a strike. Still in the driver's seat ahead, 3-1. Ball 4 outside. He lays off the slider and loads the bases for Braden Reyna. Reyna was the hero in the last game versus Jamestown. He provided the walk-off 2-run single, and that is all for Jack Bracken. A nightmare start to his season as he allows 4 runs, fails to record an out, leaves the bases loaded. All 3 of those runners will be his responsibility. The Tarskunks go into the pen early. We'll be back in a few moments. The new man on the mound will be Jace Rutkowski. As he warms up, we'll step aside.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
The new pitcher into the game, Jace Rutkowski, has faced the Muckdogs previously this season. Didn't pitch on the 14th, did pitch on the 1st. And things did not go his way that night, as he failed to record an out, allowed 5 earned runs, gave up 3 hits, walked none. But tonight, he'll look to get his revenge. He's been put into an impossible situation. As the bases are loaded with nobody out, He's trying now to prevent the Tarskunks from having to dig themselves out of a hole for the rest of this ball game. He'll face Braden Reyna, the 8th hitter in tonight's order. After Reyna, it's Travis Hammond and Caleb Walker. So the lefty Rutkowski will face a lefty in Reyna, another lefty in Caleb Walker in 2 batters. His first pitch of the night is popped up high in the sky. Under it is Lagoni. They call the infield fly. He makes the catch. There is out number 1, and a big one at that. Up to bat now, it's Travis Hammond. Hammond had a great night last night, made a few nice plays in the field. And at the plate, went 2 for 4, had 2 doubles, 2 ribbies, and a walk. I tell you, a double right here would go a long way towards making the Muckdogs feel real comfortable early, as that one's fouled off the end of the bat, outside of first base. Count 0-1. It's been a long bottom half of the first inning. One that the Tarskunks surely would like to forget. So that's a line drive base hit into right field. A ribby for Travis Hammond. The runners all move up 90 feet as the lead is extended now. Muckdogs are up 5-2. Hammond was hitting the ball with authority to right field last night. Once again, goes the other way. Just a good piece of hitting. Hitting coach Khalid Cox at first base. I'm sure giving him a ton of love for that swing. It just feels like right now everyone is starting to click in the Muckdog lineup. And one of those guys who's really starting to click is Caleb Walker. Walker had a brilliant day at the plate yesterday. Leaves that one outside for ball 1. He went 3 for 5. Had a double, 2 RBIs. Also stole 2 bases. Those 2 bases came in the same trip around the diamond. Stole second and third. Takes that breaking ball in there for strike 1. And he may have gotten off to a slow start, but if you look at his numbers now, a 273 average, a 368 on base, a 762 OPS, now playing in his 13th game. Those numbers have come a long way, are much closer to where he would like them to be. As he reaches out, pokes that one away, foul. Walker always brings a great glove. He's a big-time asset on the base paths with 6 stolen bases. Also 7 ribbies to his name. Him heating up with the bat is a scary sight for opponents. As the 1-2 is cut on and missed. Nice pitch there from Rutkowski. And there are 2 away. The lineup has flipped over here in inning number 1. Braden Horton singled, came around to score his last time up. He's up here with the bases juiced 2 away. First pitch from Rutkowski. A line, deep drive into right field. That one is one hop off the wall. All 3 runners are going to score. It's a bases clearing double from Braden Horton. And the Muckdogs have put up 8 runs here in inning number 1. What a start here tonight. Off the bat, you knew that that one was going to be trouble. Loud sound, pieced it up. and really has blown this thing open early. Tyler Castrataro trying to keep the momentum rolling. He swings and misses through strike one. Jason, let me know if you'd like me to do a little more adjustments with the focus. I could give a touch more zoom at the end of the half inning as well as you'd like. No balls and a strike on Castrataro. Takes that one low for ball one. I played around with the focus a bit. Thank you all to everyone who's tuned in here this evening. It's been a great start for the Muckdogs. Keeping the hot bats rolling. They scored 16 last night. Already 8. They've got half of that with 2 outs. That one taken outside. 2-1 on Castrataro. The line now done on Jack Bracken. 7 runs on his line. Not all of them earned, as there was an E1, which allowed Castrataro to reach base. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Inside. He slides out of the way and jumps ahead. 3 balls and a strike. Castrataro on the season, hitting .343, a .451 on base, an .822 OPS. He's got a ton of speed, plays great defense, 8 ribbies as well, so good situational hitting. He hits that one high. Shallow outfield, coming in on it is Bremner. He makes the catch to retire the side, but not before the Muckdogs explode for 8 runs here in inning number 1. If that's the tone for tonight, you're not going to want to go anywhere. You're going to want to keep seeing this offense swing it. After an inning of play, they lead by 6.
Hi, what can I get for you? One more telegram, please.
Oh, that sounds good.
Here you go.
Hey, you know what? Let me get one of those too.
Hey,
Thank you, good sir.
what is this Muckdog Ale?
Oh, it's actually the official beer of the Batavia Muckdogs, brewed by yours truly, Eli Fish. Come down, stop by, and get yourself some drinks, some food, awesome stuff at 109 Main Street.
Eric Woodley stepped off the mound with a 2-run deficit now. He's back ready to go with a 6-run lead. First man he'll face is Ty Ligoni. Ligoni takes that one low for ball 1. Ligoni playing shortstop this evening. This is his 11th game, 10th start of the season. He started at shortstop for the first 2 games against the Muckdogs. See, it's a high, deep drive down the left field line. That ball is 1 hop off the wall. Fry extended out his glove for it, could not quite haul it in, and it's a leadoff double for Ligoni to open up the 2nd inning. Doesn't matter that the Tarskunks are at the bottom of their order. They really just have power from everywhere. I've been talking about it a ton here early. It may have been a great start offensively for the Muckdogs, but this team can hit the foot needs to stay on the gas pedal for Batavia, as the next man up is Blake Herman. Herman fouls that one away. He does not have a ton of experience so far on the season. He just finished up his senior year of high school at Gowanda High School. So a young guy. He's 0 for 1 so far this year. That first AB came yesterday against the Niagara Falls Americans. But his high school stats were tremendous. Here's the pitch from Herman. Ground ball. Dive. It's through, though, for a base hit. Coming around third, the throw is way over the head of Romick. Herman will advance to second as a result. So an RBI single and an E9, which allows him to advance. The Tarskunks have also answered right back. We may be in store for a slugfest tonight, as Herman records his first hit of the season on the ribby single. And Aiden Nolasco will come to the plate. I've heard word that Herman actually played here. He played in the state tournament or in regionals along the way and hit a home run here at Dwyer Stadium, actually, just about a week ago, I'd say. So experience at Dwyer Stadium. Fitting that that's where he records his first hit of the summer, as Aiden Nolasco takes that one for a strike. One ball and one strike the count. Fly ball into left field. Fry under it. He makes the catch for the first out. The lineup flips over. Nolan Smith back up for his second AEB. He struck out looking to open up tonight's ball game. Takes that one just a touch outside to jump ahead 1-0. That one a bit further outside. Romick slides over, though. Grabs it, makes sure it doesn't get behind him. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Smith fouls that one back. Nolan Smith, with 12 ribbies on the season, is second on the team. In the first 3 games, was in the middle of the order against the Muckdogs. Today, though, he's moved up to the top of the lineup. And, you know, it makes sense to have a high on-base guy, not necessarily needing the speed, when you consider the 2 behind him in the order, Jacob Haynes and Justin Bremner. With their power, a guy at first base is in scoring position. You're not really going to risk getting thrown out on the bases because the way those 2 hit the ball, it's just not worth it. It's not worth getting the guy up an extra 90 feet when they have the power to put one over the wall or put one in a gap. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on him now. Woodley fires. That one flared in for a base hit. Smith hits it the other way. They're going to wave home Herman. He scores. Fry fell down. So Nolan Smith advances to second base after the left fielder slipped. Hope that Fry is okay and that it was merely just a slide there on that grass. The Tarskunks are not going to go anywhere this evening. They just gave up 8 runs. They don't look phased in the slightest. They've put together good AB after good AB. Frankly, it's surprising how they got to 7-6, or how they were 5-6 before their 2-game win streak, because this lineup is a pitcher's nightmare. Pitching coach Grant Bickham will speak with Woodley, try to settle him down there on that mound. This one has the potential to be a long one, so strap in, folks. Enjoy the baseball in front of you, because these are 2 high-quality opponents that really know how to swing the bat. I think 8-4 in the second inning certainly already counts as a slugfest. I've used that word a few times. Get ready for it tonight. I don't know if we've truly seen one yet. I'd say we have. That's a hot shot down the left field line from Hayes. A run scores. It's going to be a double. Fry gets it in. They trade places once again, a ribby double. 3 runs have been put on the board here in the second inning. The Tarskunks have cut the deficit in half. It's now 8-5. Up to the plate now is Justin Bremner. Bremner has 17 ribbies on the season, already 2 homers. With a man on second base, there's no one else that the Tarskunks would like to have at the plate. A crazy, crazy start to this one. A ball and no strikes the count. Woodley fires that one in there for strike 1. The Muckdogs have scored 24 in their last 2 games. The Tarskunks, 23. So, not a surprise to see these 2 teams sprint out of the gate, as that's a hot shot, but it's caught by Castrataro. He tags the runner out at second base. So it's a double play to get out of the inning. The Tarskunks strike for 3 runs, but thanks to the inning-ending double play, Woodley keeps it there. The Muckdogs still up by 3 runs now after an inning and a half of play this evening.
My dude Josh Petrosky, 716 Hurt, best team around. Great day to have a great day. I've heard you're the biggest troll on the team, so I got to get you. Oh, these guys are called the Muckdogs too? That's sick. What's up, what's up? How you doing today? Living the dream. You have 1 arm to throw with. He's got 2. This is going to be so fun to watch. I'm excited. Probably a little easier when the batter's in the box and not behind a fence. Yeah, the only thing I'm really seeing, like the ones you're leaving out, you're just pulling that glove early and letting that arm get long and draggy out there. You know, I never thought I'd say it'd be a bad day to be an American, but given the context that we're playing the Americans, bad day to be an American. I got to learn how to handle you. That's why, like, a big thing is letting you do you, because I've never had a switch pitcher. So, oh, now he's going to do it with his other arm. What a talented specimen of a human. Ooh, saucy. Love that. Slide step, fuzz piece at the knees. Banana bread at work, dude. Attack, no walks, make them hit. Yeah. No one's stringing together hits against us yet, so until they do that, let's fill it up. Yeah. Pass the IDAR test, that's for sure.
From the right side?
Welcome back. Bottom 2 here as Jackson Inman comes to the plate. Already has 2 RBIs to his name, had a single in the first inning. Jace Rutkowski is still on the mound. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss for strike 1. With a start like this, you have to wonder, will these offenses settle down? Of course they will a bit. You're not going to sustain this type of start. But are we in store for a crazy game like 16-13 or some obscene number like that? 30 combined runs. I mean, certainly a possibility tonight with the way that these two teams have swung to open things up. The 1-1 from Rutkowski is up high, 2-1. And with the jam-packed schedule that the PGCBL has, I mean, the shift in plans, it's going to make the next few games tough for both sides. They're going to have to adjust. There's a called strike 2 on a breaking ball. The starter, Jack Bracken, already out for the Tarskunks. We'll see how long Eric Woodley goes tonight. So here comes the 2-2. That breaking ball stays high to run the count full on Inman. I'm going to say it. Tonight is the night we see the first home run for the Muckdogs. There, I put a prediction out there, and I feel good about it. As here's the 3-2. Reached out, fouled away. Inman stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Outside for ball 4. A leadoff walk for Jackson Inman as the Muckdogs will try to spark another big inning. Brian Fry comes to the plate. Fry drew a walk in the first. Throw over. Inman hesitated a little bit. A nice move from Rutkowski. But he dove back in time. Good eye from Fry to go ahead 1-0. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Last night, in the later innings of the game, Fry showed off some opposite field pop that I didn't know he had. He had a ball in the inner half that he just flipped out off the wall in left center field. Maybe one hop to the wall, but I'd say 350 feet the other way on a ball inside. Very impressive to see. He's just been terrific to start the season in his return to Batavia. 2-1 pitch to him is outside. 3-1. Rutkowski in danger of walking the first 2 batters here in inning number 2. The 3-1 is low, and he does just that. Runners on first and second, nobody out for James Bolton. Bolton was up in the same exact situation back in the first inning, and he scorched a double right down the right field line. It just stayed fair, went into that corner. They'll have a meeting on the mound. Let's see if this is it for Rutkowski. There is some action in the Tarpskunk bullpen. A left-hander throwing. So if they pull him, it wouldn't be a matchup thing. Based on the body language and demeanor, I don't think Rutkowski's getting taken out of this game. And when you think about it, it's hard to justify doing that. I mean, the Tarpskunks have already played 2 days in a row. They play tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. Like the Muckdogs, the Tarpskunks' schedule is packed. Your starter didn't get an out. To go to a third arm with no outs in the second inning, that's the type of move that sets you back 3 days. So at some point, a guy is just going to have to eat some innings. They're hoping to steal some more outs from Rutkowski. He'll face James Bolton, Cooper Fesh, and Cooper Romick. If head coach Frank Jagoda, if he wants to go to a new arm, you could see the move made after the lefty Cooper Fesh comes to the plate. But even then, it's a left-hander up in the pen, so I don't think it'll be a matchup-based decision. So they'll throw back behind Inman at second base. He's back well in time. The ball skipped a few feet away from the second baseman, McGuire. But everyone stays put. First pitch to Bolton. In there for a called strike one. Swing and a miss through a breaking ball. And Rutkowski quickly ahead 0-2. Doing something that he failed to do against the first two batters of the inning. Trying to right the ship, attack the strike zone after surrendering 2 straight walks. The 0-2 pitch just misses low. Good eye from Bolton. Similar pitch right there. Bolton leaves it once again to even up the count. Was behind 0-2. Now in a 2-2 count. Doing a good job of battling. Fouls back a breaking ball. Good job staying in there. They'll do it again. That breaking ball well high and outside. It's been a few cloudy days in a row, but the sun is really peeking out tonight. You can see it bathing the left side of the field. It's nice to see. It'll be a full count now on Bolton. He swings and misses. Good breaking ball right there from Rutkowski for a big first out. Cooper Fesh comes to the plate after getting plunked his last time up. Leaves that breaking ball. Good job picking it up out of the hand to go ahead 1-0. Fesh fouls that one away. And the way this game has started, 3-run lead does not feel safe. This feels like a moment in time that could really go a long way towards deciding things later on. If the Muckdogs can't score here, they leave these runners on base. Suddenly, the momentum is really on the Tarskunks side, even with the 8-run first inning. As look, they scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. If they can escape a jam, get the bats back up, especially with 4, 5, and 6 in the order in the third inning, there could be a shift. The Muckdogs looking to avoid anything of that sort. The 1-2. Tapped to second base. McGuire fields. He'll flip to second in time. It was a slow chopper, so that's the only out they'll get. The 4-6 fielder's choice records out number 2 as Cooper Romick comes to the plate. He drew a walk in the first inning and came around to score. Rutkowski has done a really good job of settling down after surrendering 2 walks. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. He came into the game with a 15 ERA on the season, but that essentially all came from that 5-run, 0-out performance against the Muckdogs 2 weeks ago. Now, 3 weeks ago. Here's the 0-1. Up high to even the count. The 1-1 is skied out of play down the right field line. A ball and 2 strikes now on Romick. The start to this game could not differ more from last weekend's game between the Muckdogs and the Tarskunks. As the time right now, 7:51. At 7:51, I think we were in the 7th inning last weekend. Now, just the bottom of inning number 2. As Romick leaves a breaking ball up high and evens the count at 2 apiece. Runner goes. Romick fouls it away. Cooper Fesh right there was pushing for his first stolen base of the season. Really more of a hit and run in order. But hey, I think he would have made it in there if the pitch was a ball and Romick didn't swing. Had a good jump, not paying a ton of attention to him over at first. That one fouled away again, out of play. Romick putting together a lengthy AB. Two breaking ball just misses, and Fesh went again. They're really not paying a ton of attention to him, just focusing on trying to get that third out. That's the first stolen base of the season for the catcher, Cooper Fesh. So now, 2 runners in scoring position as the count full on tonight's catcher, Cooper Romick. There's the 3-2. It hits him. A hit by pitch loads the bases with Muckdogs with 2 away. Really nice professional AB there from Cooper Romick. He was down to the count. Stuck with it, though. He fouled off a bunch of pitches. And he'll take getting on base any way he can. I'm sure he'd probably rather have that ball go behind him than hit him, but didn't seem to bother him too much. He's standing over there at first as Braden Reyna comes to the plate with the bases juiced. He was the first man to face Rakowski back in the first inning. Breaking ball just misses for ball 1. Reyna came up with the bases loaded and nobody out. He popped out to shortstop, looking for a different result right here. Fouls that one off at the plate and evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Tapped, first base, but foul. A ball and 2 strikes now on the right fielder, Reyna. Rutkowski from SUNY Niagara. Same school as Eric Woodley. A lot of representation of N-Trip here tonight. Here comes the 1-2. They say he went. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Nasty breaking ball from Rutkowski. He bears down, pitches around, back-to-back walks to open the second inning. No runs, cross the plate. The Muckdogs leave the bases loaded. As we head to the third inning, they are up 8-5.
Who would you not let you date your daughter? On this team, none of them.
Walker Gleishaw, Irwin's Branch, Sam Gill. We'll go with
Blake. Gotta be Blake. I'm not letting Blake date my daughter.
Yo, I forgot about Blake.
Definitely Blake. Love you, Blake. Can't date my daughter.
Sam Gill.
Irwin's Branch date my daughter. Reed Markham absolutely can never date my daughter, ever.
Cooper Romick, just because he's Coop.
I wouldn't let Walker Gleishaw date my daughter.
Brian Fry.
Branch, for sure. Bama, Gary Beaver.
Oh, Sliz.
That's not even a question.
This is an easy one for me. I've got to go with Sliz.
Nobody, because she's 3, but also Jacob Vitska.
Okay. Probably, I'm not letting Woodley anywhere near my daughter either. Travis, he can't date my daughter either.
Garrett Beaver. That's all I gotta say?
Walker Glashaw,
Van Meter, Gavin Chandler.
I think I gotta go Sliz.
I would. You see this group? None of you was taking my dog. I'm in there.
Nah, you gotta say one.
Especially not you. You would let me do it. I only get one person?
Yeah, you only get one person.
If there's only one person, Sliz, I'm sorry.
You guys
Erwin
don't know
Branch.
why.
Eric Woodley is still on the mound as we head to the third inning. 7:58 on the clock. Only 2 innings have come and gone. It's been a wild 2 innings if you missed any of it. The Tarskunks scored 2 in the top of the first inning. The Muckdogs responded. I mean, responded is putting it lightly. They exclaimed, yelled, sprinted to 8 runs. 8 runs in that bottom half of the first inning. So there's a fly ball into medium depth left field. Brian Fry makes the catch. There's a quick out number 1. After the 8-run bottom of the first, the Tarskunks responded with 3 runs of their own. The Muckdogs loaded the bases in the bottom of the second, but could not bring a run across. And that's where we are now, as Brady McGuire comes to the plate. He flashes bunt. It goes foul. McGuire was hit by a pitch in the first inning, got stranded at first base. Oh, 1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGuire is one of 3 guys on the Tarskunks from Seton Hill University, a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native. Playing second base this evening. Wonder if he... There's a called strike 3. Beautiful pitch there from Eric Woodley. A change of pace here in inning number 3 as 2 quick outs open up the frame. I was going to say, wonder if McGuire, as a second baseman from Pittsburgh, was a fan of Neil Walker, Pirates second baseman for a long time, also a Pittsburgh native. So some similarities there as Dom Costello swings and misses through strike 1. Fly ball into center field. Hammond coming on, makes the catch. And there's the first 1-2-3 inning tonight. Eric Woodley makes quick work of 4, 5, and 6 in the Tarpskunk order. After 2.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs are up 8-5. Now, let's take a look at the updated schedule upcoming for the Muckdogs. The Muckdogs start a road trip tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they're on the road. It's another game versus Jamestown tomorrow. In fact, 2 of the next 3 ball games after today against Jamestown. So we're going to see a lot of them in the coming days. In between those 2, Sunday, the Muckdogs head up to Niagara Falls. That, not a bad ride, only about an hour away. If anyone is interested in making the trip out to Sal Magley Stadium, that one starts at 4 p.m. But after the 3 road games, the Muckdogs are back home on Tuesday as they'll take on Auburn for Tompkins Bank Night. That one kicks off at 6:30 p.m. For tickets to any game, whether it be the game versus Auburn or any future home game for the rest of the Muckdog season, please contact 585-524-2260. A new pitcher is on the mound for the Tarskunks. Jace Rutkowski did a solid job. He did give up the bases clearing double to Horton in the first inning, but only one run against his line as he bared down in the second. Another lefty comes into the game. It's Cole Schwochow. Schwochow last pitched versus Auburn on the 15th in the doubleheader. Tarskunks lost both games as Auburn has looked really strong in the early going. They play Geneva tonight, and with a win, they'll jump into first place in the West Division. But in that outing against Auburn, he went 1 inning, didn't allow a run, but did walk 3 batters. He's made 3 appearances, gone 1.2 innings, a 10.8 ERA. The walks have definitely been an issue for him. 1 strikeout to 5 walks. So he'll try to keep that in control. The first man he faces is a guy who really doesn't expand the zone all too much in Travis Hammond. Hammond had an RBI single in the first inning. Picking up where he left off yesterday, he's been raking in the last about 10, 11 innings of play, trying to turn that into a legit extended hot streak. He'll leave the first pitch high from Schwochow. Schwochow from Clyde, Ohio, goes to Lake Erie College, so sticking to those roots. That one fouled away. In high school, he was both a baseball and a football star. Played some wide receiver. Jack Bracken, the first pitcher, a baseball and basketball guy. Schwochow, another one. So some multi-sport athletes on the mound for the Tarskunks tonight. Here comes the 1-1 to Hammond. He swings and misses. Schwochow goes ahead, 1-2. There's some good deception. He doesn't throw all that hard, but from a side angle, off-speed pitches have some good movement. He fooled Hammond right there. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field, taking a few steps back, and making the catch is Justin Bremner. So one center fielder flies out to the other for the first out of the Muckdog half of the third inning. Caleb Walker will come to the plate now. He struck out to end, no, not to end the first inning. He struck out for the second out of the inning. He did that with the bases loaded. Braden Horton, though, picked him up with a bases clearing double. A pair of lefties up, Walker and Horton versus Schwochow. That breaking ball is outside for ball 1. A ball and no strikes. That one outside as well. Walker goes ahead in the count, 2-0. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. We did mention that the walk was something that Schwochow has struggled with in the early going this season. Caleb Walker in the 10-hole. Probably not the guy you want to walk with his speed. Takes that one for a strike. That's exactly what you put Walker in this spot in the lineup for. Yesterday he hit second and he excelled. Bumping him down doesn't mean they don't believe in him. In fact, I'd say they're putting a ton of faith in him in that 10 spot. as they know that he's a guy that's probably going to get on for the top of the lineup to do some damage with him on base. That second leadoff guy took 2 close pitches for strikes. Now the count is full at 3-2. Tapped to shortstop. Ligoni doesn't field it cleanly, has trouble picking it up, and Caleb Walker will reach. It's an E6, so no base hit for Caleb Walker, but with his speed, he's on board. Maybe we'll see him off, trying to extend his team lead in stolen bases. As Braden Horton, in his first start of the season at first base, has had about as good of a start as you can ask for. Had 2 hits and 3 RBIs in the first inning alone. Now his third AB in the third. Takes that one for a strike on the outside corner. Horton with his third hit of the day here in inning number 3. Walker around second, but stays put right there. Braden Horton with the start you dream of in this one. Runners on first and second with 1 away. Here in the bottom of inning number 3 for Tyler Castrataro. Castrataro laid down a bunt to open the first inning, but with 8 runs being scored, he got a second plate appearance and flew out. Now up with 2 guys on. Up and away. Takes one. Thank you to everyone who's decided to spend your Friday night watching some Muckdog baseball. You've chosen to watch a great game. It's already 8-5, only in the bottom of the third inning. Potential for more. The Dogs knocking on the door. There's a swing and a miss. On a ball and a strike, Shuo Chow gets one on the back door for strike 2. He does a good job of hiding the baseball. Want to see another pitch to break it down more. But he's definitely deceptive, someone you might call a crafty lefty. I don't mean that in a bad way. Runners go on the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. The throw down goes into left field. 1 run scores, and Caleb Walker. Braden Horton advances to third. A double steal and an E2. Put another run on the board for the Muckdogs. It was a strike 3 on Castrataro, so 2 out in the inning now for Jackson Inman. First pitch to Inman. Outside for ball 1. That one does clip the outside corner to even the count at once. Ooh. Pitch up and in. It looks like the bat came around. It was in self-defense, but umpire called a strike. There's not really much that you can do, but it is the call. There's no rule against diving out of the way in self-defense. If you move that bat, if it breaks the play and you go across the zone, it's a strike. So here's the 1-2. That breaking ball inside, even the count of twos. I would not be upset. I, in fact, would endorse a rule to change that, because there's not a whole lot that you can do when a pitch is up and inside. It's just natural instinct. You're trying to protect yourself. I think it's unfair to punish a hitter for that as the 2-2. Check swing, no swing. Good leave there from Inman. The count runs full. Three balls and 2 strikes now on Jackson Inman. Schrochow takes a deep breath, kicks, fires, outside for ball 4. Jackson Inman on with a 2-out walk, already his second of the day. He's reached base safely all 3 times he's come to the plate. Brian Fry now will dig in. Fry already has 2 walks. Head coach Jagoda utilizing the lefty lane, using his left-handed relievers. There is a little bit of movement in the Tarpskunk bullpen with 2 outs and 2 men on. First pitch to Fry. It's the outside part of the plate for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Just clips outside. A little bit of a delayed call right there. Fry behind 0-2. One more ribby for the left fielder would put him in double digits on the season. He's at 9 right now. A single would do the job. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Reaches out, fouls it away. Good job staying alive. He'll live to see another pitch. That one up inside, it hits him. Schwochow tried for a front door breaking ball. It just didn't break. It stayed up and in. Hits Fry on the shoulder. He's on for the 3rd time in 3 innings. And the Muckdogs, again, have the bases loaded. They've loaded him up in every inning so far tonight. James Bolton already with a ribby double today. A chance to really break this thing open. Calls time before a pitch comes home. So 2 RBIs to his name. A single would double that. Horton at first, Horton at third, Inman at second, the speedy Brian Fry over at first base. So a double would clear the bases here in all likelihood. As the first pitch to the designated hitter, Bolton, is a strike. That heater, with some late run, misses the zone. A lot of lefties have natural 2-seam run. Would be curious to see the grip and the release on Schrochow's fastball, because that one definitely has some late life on it. A ball and a strike at the count. Bolton swings and misses through a good breaking ball. Here it is on 2-2. Looked like the umpire was just about ready to ring him up on that fastball inside, but no, he decides it did not get back to that inside quarter. So Bolton stays alive. The count is even. The bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 3. 1 run already across. Looking for more. The pitch. Inside. Looked like a similar location, just a little bit farther. And now, with the count full, 2 away, the runners will be off on the pitch. A big spot. The Tarskunks trying to stay in it. The Muckdogs looking to blow this thing wide open. Schwochow sets. Takes a deep breath. He kicks and fires. Up and outside for ball 4. An RBI walk brings home the 10th run of the day for the Muckdogs. Good at bat there from James Bolton. Was down in the count, but works his way back to draw a walk and extend the Muckdog, not the Duck Dog, lead to 5 runs. Cooper Fesh on to the plate. He hits a hard ground ball to shortstop. Ligoni fields. Goes to second to get the final out. The Muckdogs strike for 2 more runs. They pad their lead. They're up by 5 after 3 innings of play here this evening. Eric Woodley still in the game, as the first 3 innings done tonight. It's taken about an hour and a half, maybe hour 45. Definitely not moving at a super rapid pace, but it's been great baseball to watch as the first pitch tapped to third. Inman fields, throws in time for out number 1. Woodley seeming to be settling in here. He's set down the last 5 batters he's faced in order. The shortstop, Ty Ligoni, is up to the plate. He doubled to open up the second inning, came around to score as part of the Tarpskunk 3-run inning. Breaking ball just misses on the inside part of the plate. Thought maybe it did break back, but no dice. The count 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. Even at ones. Here's the pitch from Woodley. That breaking ball is fouled away. Going to that pitch a lot. Got a first pitch ground out on it. Has thrown 3 straight to Ligoni. He's ahead on him now, 1-2. Let's see if he speeds him up with the heater or sticks with what he's feeling. He did go for the heater, but spiked it, and the count is even at 2s. That breaking ball fouled away. Ligoni stays alive. After Ty Ligoni, it'll be the recent high school graduate, Blake Herman. Herman had his first hit of the summer last time up, an RBI single. Called strike 3. Woodley goes to the heater, paints it on the black, and he's got 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. Up to the plate, Blake Herman. I already detailed him a little bit. Had that first hit of the summer last time. This season had a 1229 OPS as a high schooler. Also stole 39 bases. Good mix of power and speed. That's something every baseball program out there is looking for. In MLB The Show, they call that build the anomaly. I wouldn't say it's an anomaly. Definitely with the increased importance of power today, you see it more. There's a called strike 3. Eric Woodley has set down 7 straight. Another 1-2-3 inning. He's found his rhythm. The Muckdogs sit up by 5 runs. They lead 10-5 after 3.5 innings of play. They're coming to bat.
Hey, I bet you're a good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on, here.
Strike 2.
Oh, that's ugly, man.
Strike out, video boy.
Come on now.
Strike 3.
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still fat.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
To lead off the bottom of the 4th, it's Cooper Romick. Romick has reached base safely both times he's come to the plate today. A walk and a hit by pitch. Cole Schwochow is still in the game. First pitch up high for ball 1. No balls and a strike the count. Romick swings and misses through that one. The scoring has slowed down a little bit, in large part behind Eric Woodley settling in. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. In those 1-2-3 innings, he struck out 3 batters. On the day now, he's up to 5 Ks. 4 of them have been looking. He's gone to the breaking ball, which starts out of the zone and snaps back in. He's really had that working. Romick takes one up and out. The count is full. After him, it's the right fielder, Braden Reyna, and the center fielder, Travis Hammond. 7, 8, and 9 in the Muckdog order here in the bottom of inning number 4. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Schwochow gets him on the high cheese for the first out. Braden Reyna looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 2 with a pop-out and a strikeout. Both times he's come to the plate. It's been with the bases loaded today. Now, up with the bases empty, he takes strike 1. The sun was out. Now, it's completely gone as dark-ish gray clouds have taken over. Reyna check swing. They peeled down to first and said that he went. So he's quickly behind 0-2. I don't think any rain is expected in the forecast. I'll pull that up right now. And it looks like no. Looks like we're all good. Clear skies the rest of the way. The 0-2 fastball's outside. With the jam-packed nature of the schedule, these teams don't want doubleheaders. It only adds to it. Of course, they're only 7-inning games, but, you know, would rather just play 9 when it's scheduled than have things constantly pushed back. I'm sure the Muckdogs were pretty happy to be able to get last night's game in, as there was rain and weather on the way to the stadium. But the sky cleared up. They were able to play a full 9 innings. No inclement weather yesterday. Looks like today will be the same. I think we've had enough of the weather talk. Back to baseball talk. It's 1-2 on Braden Reyna. Pop up. Shallow on the outfield. Bremner charging in. Lagoni, though, makes the catch. About 6 feet on the outfield grass. And there's 2 quick outs now in the bottom half of the 4th inning. So after those crazy first 3 innings, maybe now we are seeing the calming down of the game, the slower nature. I don't want to say slow because this can flip on a heartbeat. Nice pitch right there from Schwochow. Hits the outside corner for strike 1 on Travis Hammond. He swings and fouls that one away. Schwochow is quickly ahead 0-2. In the first 3 innings, the Tarskunks were not even close to a 1-2-3 inning. The quickest inning they had saw 6 batters come to the plate. That was the second. That one inside. Count 1-2 on Hammond. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Reaches out, flies it into right field, taking a few steps back, and making the catch is Costello to end the inning. So the first 1-2-3 inning for the Muckdogs here tonight. Ends inning number 4. It's 10-5 as we head to the 5th.
My favorite candy is Kit Kat, but I eat the chocolate first and then the wafer.
Favorite candy's got to be Reese's Cups. I'm gonna go with Starburst.
My favorite candy is the Nerds Clusters.
My favorite candy, Sour Skittles.
Mike, man.
They're new. They're called peelers. It's like you peel them and inside it's gummy.
Sour gummy worms.
Definitely have to go with Twix. Big Twix guy. Big chocolate guy.
Yeah. Favorite candy? Unpopular opinion. 100 grand.
Undisputed champ, Three Musketeers.
Kit Kat.
Starburst.
Hershey's Cookies and Cream. This is the best one. I'm gonna go with Twix.
Favorite candy is probably gummy worms.
Reese's Take 5.
They're gummy clusters, don't get me right.
Sour Patch Kids.
Favorite candy? Japanese kaiju, no competition. Reese's.
Milky Way.
Watermelon sour.
The bottom of the Tarpskunk order will lead off the 5th inning as it's the 10th hitter, Aiden Nolasco. He'll be followed by Nolan Smith and Jacob Haynes. Eric Woodley still on the mound. He's set down 7 straight hitters. Nolasco flashes bunt. He pulls back in time, says the first base umpire, and the count is 1-0. Nolasco flew out in the 2nd inning. That's his only plate appearance today. Breaking ball clips the outside corner from Woodley. The 1-1 misses low. Two balls and a strike. That breaking ball is in the dirt. Nolasco ahead 3-1. It's usually not what the doctor ordered to walk 10-hitter to lead off the inning. Woodley pumps that one in for a strike, a delayed call. Would not be surprised if he just challenges him with heaters, saying, hey, if you can hit my best fastball, I'll tip my cap. Doesn't want to give him the free pass. Goes to a heater, just yanks it a little bit outside, though, so Nolasco will lead off the 5th inning with a walk. It breaks up the stretch of 7 straight batters retired. And it turns the lineup over for Nolan Smith. Smith fouls that one away, left side. Hot shot, second base, Castrataro has a hit off of his glove at short, and he can't field it cleanly. So it's an E6. What looked like it could have been a double play. Now, appears like trouble is potentially brewing with Jacob Haynes coming to the plate. Haynes has rocketed 2 baseballs here today. He's got a single and a double, a ribby to his name. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Nice one there from Woodley. 0-1 heater up high. Popped up, right side. Horton chasing after it. He will not make the catch. Just a little bit out of his reach. Gave it a good effort, but a long way to go for the first baseman. Broke out of his stance in a hurry. Showed off those outfield skills, I'd say. But just a little too much ground to make up and not enough time. And it's 1-2 on the dangerous catcher, Jacob Haynes. Tapped at the plate, foul. Haynes, always tough to get out. Fouls that one away. He's just buying himself more time, buying himself another life to potentially get a hanger. You know, the longer the AB goes, the more it favors the hitter because the frustration sets in on the mound. It clips his jersey. That pitch came inside. It clipped Jacob Haynes' jersey. And now, this is really trouble, a dangerous situation. A hit by pitch loads him up with Muckdogs. That'll be it for Eric Woodley. New pitcher will be Luke Rising. Rising is coming in to the toughest spot. Bases loaded, nobody out. A walk in E6 and a hit by pitch have put the Muckdogs in this position. Eric Woodley exits to some applause. He did a nice job settling in after a big first two innings for the Tarskunks. Luke Rising will warm up now. He'll face 3, 4, 5 in the Tarpskunk order when we return.
My dude Josh Petrosky, 716 Hurt, best team around. Great day to have a great day. I've heard you're the biggest troll on the team, so I got to get you. Oh, these guys are called the Muckdogs too? That's sick. What's up, what's up? How you doing today? Living the dream. You have one arm to throw with. He's got two. This is going to be so fun to watch. I'm excited. Probably a little easier when the batter's in the box and not behind a fence. Yeah, the only thing I'm really seeing, like the ones you're leaving out, you're just pulling that glove early and letting that arm get long and draggy out there. You know, I never thought I'd say it'd be a bad day to be an American, but given the context that we're playing the Americans, bad day to be an American. I got to learn how to handle you. That's why, like, a big thing is letting you do you, because I've never had a switch pitcher. So, oh, now he's going to do it with his other arm. What a talented specimen of a human. Ooh, saucy. Love that. Slide step, fuzz piece at the knees. Banana bread at work, dude. Attack, no walks, make them hit. Yeah. No one's stringing together hits against us yet, so until they do that, let's fill it up. Yeah. Pass the IDAR test, that's for sure.
From the right side?
Both sides. There's one thing Skip does, it's always have a good watch and always have clean shoes. 315, yeah, I knew that off the top of my head. Yeah, easy. I'm definitely under a squat rack at least twice a week. Hollingsworth's never seen a cornfield. You know my high school had to bring your tractor to school day? Oh, he has ate it. Aaron Judge. Oh, Jacob Vesco, not Aaron Judge. There's a cow on my mound right now. There you go. Finish him. Oh, sit him down. Sit him down. Oh, there we go. I wish I was half as good.
So here it is. This is a huge moment, and one that when this game ends, we could look back on as the determining factor. Justin Bremner in the box, 17 ribbies, a 1.135 OPS at the plate. Luke Rising on the mound. Fires in a strike as it's fouled away. Count 0-1. Rising was terrific in his first 4 appearances of the season, but he got jumped by the Doubledays. Came in, they were just swinging and smoking the ball. Did not record an out, allowed 3 earned runs on 3 hits. Looking to bounce back tonight in a huge spot. That breaking ball outside, the count even at 1s on Bremner. They're in at the corners, back up the middle. Bremner grounds that one to third. Inman fields it, comes to the plate. They get the out. Nice play by Jackson Inman. No runs score. The bases are still loaded, now 1 away. Here in the top of the 5th inning. They retire the dangerous Justin Bremner. Nathan Borchar supplied an RBI double down the left field line in the 1st inning. Flew out in the 3rd. He grounds that one foul outside of 1st for strike 1. No balls and a strike is the count. At breaking ball. Misses low and inside. The count is even at 1s. The umpires briefly had a discussion determining whether that ball hit the batter or not. Now, head coach Frank Jagoda will chat. We'll briefly take a moment away. While they discuss, Jagoda still having a discussion at the plate. Some calls to throw him out from the crowd. But no, nothing too heated. It seemed relatively civil, I'd say. Probably wasn't too happy with the words he was saying, as he thought it was a hit by pitch. But nothing comes of it. 1-1 count. Hot shot, second base. It goes under the glove of Walker and into center field. 2 runs are gonna score as a result. It could have been an inning-ending double play, but Walker came up a tick too soon. And now it's just a 3-run game. Runners are on the corners as Brady McGuire, the second baseman, comes to the plate. That one low. Nice block by Romick. That is key. That's a big play right there. It may not seem like it's all that important, but that ball gets by him. A run scores, runner moves to second. A 2-run game with a runner in scoring position. But no, it's still Muckdogs up by 3. Looking for that potential inning-ending double play. That one lined. It's in for a base hit in right center field. An RBI for McGuire flying into third base. It hits the runner. McGuire followed Borchar. He advances to second base, and the tying run all of a sudden is in scoring position. The Tarskunks now trail 10-8. Now it's Dom Costello. 4 errors have really bit the Muckdogs here tonight. They're trying to hold the lead. Costello gets jammed, fouls that one away. We are in for a crazy game tonight. Already 18 runs have crossed the plate. We're not even halfway through this ball game. The Tarskunks and the Muckdogs just always seem destined to play wild back and forth games. That one tipped into the glove. It may be early in the season, but when you look at the standings and you see just how close all of these teams are, every game is going to be crucial as we head down the stretch. There's a swing and a miss. Big out number 2 from Rising on the high heater. And they're 2 down. Eric Weeks has a pair of ground outs to third base today. Trying to turn around his fortune here in inning number 5 and potentially tie this thing up. That one outside from Rising. It's 1-0. Breaking ball misses. It's 2-0. Didn't flash him when he came into the game, so let's show the numbers briefly on Luke Rising. A 3.72 ERA over 9.2 innings. This is his 6th appearance. That ERA was below 1 before the game versus Auburn. You can see 2 walks through 10 innings. He's not going to give up a lot of free passes. There's a swing and a miss through a heater. That's what he does. He attacks you in the strike zone. And if he gets hit, he gets hit. Rising would rather get beat with base hits than walks. At least he's given himself a chance. It's worked pretty well for him so far this season. Had some tough luck tonight. The 2-1 pitch comes home. There's a swing and a miss. Goes back to the fastball. 1 pitch away from keeping the lead intact for the Muckdogs. The Tarskunks have scored 3 runs here in the top half of this 5th inning. Breaking ball outside, hits off of Romick's glove, but doesn't go far enough away for any action on the bases, and the count is full on Weeks. Ty Ligoni is on deck. He flies, the bat, flies to the backstop. He fouled the pitch off, but lost control of the bat. A loud noise as the crowd oohed and awed. Weeks will apply a bit of pine tar, try to reestablish the grip on the bat that he just lost. And they'll do it again on 3-2. called. Strike three. Rising, roars off the mound. He's fired up as the Muckdogs escape further trouble. They still have the lead. The Tarskunks strike for three, and halfway through this game, it's 10-8 Batavia. A new pitcher is into the game for the Tarskunks here in the bottom of inning number 5. It's Eddie Delansky. Delansky, both a catcher and a pitcher. Pitched on June 1st versus the Muckdogs and was brilliant. He shut him down over 3 scoreless innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 3, didn't walk a single batter. He'll face Caleb Walker, Braden Horton, and Tyler Castrataro here in the 5th. On the season, he's got a 2.45 ERA over 7 1/3 innings of work. Hasn't pitched in 8 days, though. Last time out was the 12th versus Newark. Fires a heater outside for ball 1. Delansky, he's definitely got some zip on that fastball. Maybe we see the Muckdogs shuffle back in the box a little bit, buy themselves more time. Walker grounds that one. Diving, stop by Smith. The throw to first hits off of the glove of Delansky, though. So Walker is safe. Scorer's decision pending. Smith did a great job laying out, getting glove on that ball. Brought it in cleanly. From the seat of his pants, he went to throw. And that is ruled a base hit. A tough play. And a leadoff infield single for Caleb Walker. As Braden Horton comes up, looking for his 4th hit of the day here in inning number 5. Takes that for a strike. Up high. Count even at once. Delansky most likely will be tasked with bringing this game into the late stages. As I mentioned before, won 3 innings versus the Muckdogs on the 1st. His last time out also won 3 innings against Newark, allowed 2 earned runs. Horton takes that for a strike. He bends his knees, looks up. He's not happy with that call. It was a late call. Hasn't really been calling that all night. There's been a little bit of inconsistency, I'd say. Been kind of tough to get a feel of the zone exactly. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Caleb Walker leads off of first. Delansky fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as that one tipped into the glove for the first out of the bottom of inning number 5. Delansky is going to be a strike thrower. Has not walked a batter this season. Now through 7 2/3 innings. Tyler Castrataro, 0 for 2 today, comes to the plate. First pitch, outside. Hot shot down the left field line. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. They're going to wave home Walker. The throw from Lagoni is not in time. It's an RBI double for Tyler Castrataro. The Muckdogs add 1 back. It's 11-8 now here in inning number 5. The fans double happy as for one, they see an RBI double to pad the lead. And now after the game, they're going to get coupons for free food from Tully's. So 2 things to cheer about right there. Great piece of hitting. Got the foot down early, smoked the heater from Delansky, and now Jackson Inman will try to do the same. Takes a breaking ball out of the zone for ball 1. Inman has reached base safely all 3 times he's come to the plate. Had a 2-run single in the first. Since then, has walked twice. Swings and misses through a fastball right there. Good eye by Inman. Takes the fastball about 6 inches off the plate. It's 2-1 on the third baseman. Brian Fry in the on-deck circle. Fry actually standing in the circle. You may notice it on the broadcast. Jackson Inman, when he's on deck, he gets pretty close. Takes that one. He's not too happy with the call. Emphatically wiggles the bat against the shoulder. The count even at 2-2. Something you see a lot. Not a ton of people really stand in that circle. You want to get as close as you can to get the best look, especially with a new pitcher in the game in Delansky. Inman stays with the breaking ball, fouls it away. One memory or moment that comes to mind with on-deck circle controversy in a game probably like 8 years ago. Giancarlo Stanton was still a Marlin, so that shows how long ago this was. Adrian Beltre stood closer to try to get a good look. The umpire told him to stand in the on-deck circle. And what did he do? Ball outside to run the count full. Beltre grabbed the on-deck circle, pulled it closer to home plate as a joke, and the umpire threw him out. No warning. I don't imagine we're going to see anything like that tonight. Just a funny moment which came to my head. Here's the 3-2. Runner goes for third. He is safe. So Jackson Inman draws a walk. Tyler Castrataro swipes third for his 5th stolen base of the season, and runners are at the corners with one away for Jackson Inman. The 3rd walk tonight for Inman. Sorry, it's Brian Fry coming to the plate. That was the 1st walk allowed by Delansky all season. So Jackson Inman bucks the trend. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in. Crazy game, already 19 combined runs in the 5th inning. As Brian Fry swings and misses through strike 1. Outside, count even at 1s. Runner goes for second. The throw down, not in time. Castrataro considered taking off at third, but he stayed right there. The throw was a bit high and offline, but Ligoni with a nice athletic play jumped out. Caught it, stayed with it. It's a stolen bag for Jackson Inman. Now runners on second and third. That was Jackson Inman's first stolen base of the season. The fielders move in. They're on the grass. It's Brian Fry. Foul tips that one into the glove for strike 2. Some words of encouragement from Skip Martinez. Firing up his cleanup hitter. He's looking to clean up and pad the lead. Good leave on a fastball outside the zone. Little bit of difficulty getting that ball back to the pitcher's mound. You don't see that every game. But the ball didn't roll too far away. Everyone's staying home. Big opportunity. A single would wipe the 3-run top half of the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big out number 2 for Delansky as he gets Fry swinging through the heater. Now, it'll be James Bolton. Bolton drew an RBI walk his last time up. That was in the 3rd. He's got 3 ribbies to his name today. He's 1 for 2. Called strike 1. That heater taken below the knees to even the count. Grounded. Right side of the infield, fielded by Smith. He'll flip to Delansky. He steps on the bag to retire the side. The Muckdogs score 1 run. They leave 2 runners left on base. And after 5 innings of play here this evening, it's 11-8 Batavia.
Hey, I bet you're a real good catcher of donuts in your mouth.
Hey! Don't chop at it. It's not a sword.
You're not a sword.
Come on, here.
Right, two.
Oh, that's ugly, man.
Right down, video boy.
Come on now.
Right, three.
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still fat.
Luke Rising, after getting out of trouble with back-to-back strikeouts to end the 5th inning, returns for the 6th. They'll face Ty Ligoni, Blake Herman, and Aiden Nolasco, 8, 9, and 10. In the Tarpskunk order. First pitch fastball is inside for ball 1. That fastball outside. The count is 2-0 on Luke Rising. Excuse me, 2-0 on Ty Ligoni. That one fouled off outside of third. I think on the backswing, Cooper Romick might have gotten clipped right there. Ligoni looked back, said a little something to him. Two-one heater outside. Popped up right side. Chasing over for it is Horton, but it reaches the seats. Called strike 3. Rising is really showing some emotion on the mound tonight. I haven't seen a whole lot of it from him. But he fist pumped right there. Yelled something, not to anyone, just to himself, exclaiming, happy with the execution of the pitch. But if you remember, in the 5th, he screamed off the mound, fired up. There's a called strike 1. And you have to wonder, and you got to think, that the struggles versus Auburn really contribute to the way he's reacting. That one fouled away. The count 0-2. Giving you a look around the league, of course, the Pioneers played the Pilots this morning. They won 13-9. That really tightened up the standings. The Niagara Falls Americans broke a 4-game losing streak. That one grounded, shortstop, Castrataro Fields throws to first in time for out number 2. The Americans mercied the Ironbacks. They won 12-1 in 7 innings. They improved to 8-6. So the Tarpskunks would need a win today to stay in line with them. Looking at Auburn versus Geneva, I believe either there's an issue on the site, some type of mistake, or that game has been put on pause due to rain. So 1 is popped up, right side. Horton drifting over. He makes the catch in foul territory, and it's a 1-2-3 6th inning for Rising. He sets down the bottom of the Tarskunks order in order. And after 5.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs lead 11-8.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
'Eddie Delansky still on the mound as return for the bottom of inning number 6. Cooper Fesh will lead off. It's 6, 7, 8 in the Muckdogs order. The Coopers, and then Braden Reyna. As Fesh takes it outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Outside. Delansky, a guy known for his control, has sort of lost the zone here to open up the 6th inning. As Fesh is ahead 3-0. Up, outside, ball 4. Cooper Fesh draws a walk to open the bottom of the 6th inning. Something not really related to the game, I guess you could say it is. Just had a thought come to my mind. It's a comparison. Usually we do player comparisons. I have a manager comparison that goes beyond the sport. The Tarskunks head coach, Frank Jagoda, you probably don't know who he is if you're, don't know what he looks like, if you're watching at home. But if you're interested, look him up. I think he looks almost identical to Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni. As Cooper Romick shows bunt, gets it down right along the line, but it just drifts foul. Almost a beauty from Romick. But it tails away in the count 0-1. I'm telling you, it's not identical. It's not identical, but I see a lot of similarity. I mean, hey, they both manager / head coach of their teams. Let me know if anyone who's interested sees the resemblance. Jagoda to Sirianni, as it's 0-1 on Cooper Romick. He flashes bunt again. That one popped up foul. In an 0-2 count, can't imagine that he squares around again. Coming up on 3 hours in this game, I think. There. Inside, gets away. Haynes couldn't find it for a moment. Fesh advances to second to count 1 and 2. I mean, I think you could not find a more polar opposite game from the one last weekend. A 3-2 game where the Muckdogs didn't score until 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and both starters pitched at least 7 innings. Complete opposite tonight. Delansky fires home. Romick fouls it away at home. That one just misses. The count even on Romick. You don't see a lot of repeat opponents, but the Tarskunks and the Muckdogs are going to be really familiar with each other. That's a fly ball into left center field. Looper coming on and making the catch is the left fielder Eric Weeks for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Braden Reyna now comes to the plate. Reyna is 0 for 3 today. He's got a pair of pop-outs to shortstop and a strikeout. Takes that one low. Fesh started towards third. They'll throw behind him at second, but he's back in time. Fesh has his first stolen base of the season. Got it earlier today. Maybe feeling good with those legs. With one out, I doubt he's really going to do anything too bold. Trying to take third. The catcher, definitely not known for his speed. That one up high. 3-0 on Reyna. Already one walk in the inning. Could number 2 be coming right here to the right fielder? That one a called strike. Coming into today's game, Reyna has a .310 average, a .440 on-base percentage, and a .333 slug. He had his first extra base hit of the season last night. He hit a double one hop to the wall in right center field as part of a 2-for-5 day. Hot shot, base hit into right field. They're waving home Fesh at third. The throw is cut off by Smith. The relay will not be finished off. It's an RBI single for Braden Reyna. And the Muckdog lead is extended. They're up 12-8. Right there, and a good hitter's count. He was ready for a fat pitch, one that got a good part of the plate. He did not miss it. Some loud contact, probably some of the loudest of the season for Reyna so far. And it's a ribby, his first hit of the day. Travis Hammond takes one for ball one. Nine hits on the day for the Muckdogs. A bit of sloppy play in the field from both sides. 3 errors for Jamestown, 4 for Batavia. That one up and in. Hammond dips out of the way. Don't want to see things get chippy here, considering the amount of times these two are going to see each other in the coming days. 2-0 pitch, taken low, 3-0 now on Travis Hammond. On deck, it's Caleb Walker. Called strike. Hammond thought it was ball 4, had already tossed the bat away. $20 runs combined by these two teams. Up high, ball 4. Hammond draws a walk, and the runner's on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 6. Caleb Walker will come to the plate. We'll see if he's facing a new pitcher, as head coach Jagoda comes out to talk. I don't think he's going to pull him here. Looking out into the Tarskunk bullpen. Don't really see any action. There's some stirring, but no one with a jersey on. Delansky has not, he's gone 1 1/3 innings. Again, he's been a bulk reliever. Has 2 3-inning outings on the season. And he hasn't pitched in over a week, so he's well rested. With all the games coming up, I imagine Delansky is just going to have to eat outs, even if things start to get out of hand. Caleb Walker takes a first pitch strike. The highest scoring game of the season in combined runs so far was 25. That came against the Red Wings in the crazy 13-12, 12-1 comeback victory a few weeks ago. Already 20 runs here in the 6th. The Muckdogs threatening for more. Very well may see that number eclipsed tonight. Walker fouls it straight back. Goes behind 1-2. Last night's game saw 22 combined runs. That is 3rd most on the season in game 2 of the 7-inning doubleheader. Up high for a ball. 2-2 on Walker. The doubleheader versus Elmira, the second game, saw 23 combined runs as the Muckdogs won 15-8. So if this score holds, which I'd be pretty surprised if it does, then it'd be the 4th highest scoring game of the season. But I have to imagine, with 3 innings and some change to play, we're going to see some more offense as Caleb Walker leaves that one up high. And the count runs full. Pitch from Delansky is popped up. Lagoni out. Left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. does Weeks for out number 2. Looked like he lost his footing a little bit. We saw Fry stumble out there earlier. Maybe some wet grass, something obscuring the field of play out there and left. But Weeks stuck with it for out number 2. A bit of an awkward grab. But a catch nonetheless as Braden Horton comes up to the plate. He's 3 for 4 today. 2 singles, a double, 3 ribbies, and a stolen base. Up high for ball 1. That one misses as well. And Braden Horton is ahead 2-0. Feels like a whole lot of deep counts in this one. Muckdogs have scored a run in each of the last 2 innings. They're taking their walks. They've got 3 in those 2. With Horton up 3-0, we very well may see a 4th right here. With 2 outs, in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Tarskunks have already walked 9 batters. And there's number 10 as Braden Horton draws a walk to load the bases. It's very hard to win a game when you give up that many free passes. Fighting an uphill battle are the Tarskunks, as that'll be it for Eddie Delansky. Delansky goes 1.2 innings. He's leaving the bases loaded. He allowed 2 runs across those 1.2 innings. Tarskunks going to the pen. They trail by 4, trying to keep it at that here in the bottom of the 6th. The new pitcher is Brady Burdine. Burdine from Warren, Pennsylvania, last pitched on the 15th versus Auburn. Went a third of an inning, allowed a run and 2 hits. On the season, this is his 5th appearance. He's got a 2.7 ERA over 3.1 innings pitched. 3 strikeouts to 3 walks. He'll face Tyler Castrataro. Castrataro smoked a double down the left field line last time up. Drove in a run. Can see peeking over at third, Skip Martinez having a chat with Braden Reyna over there at third. With a new pitcher in the game, you wonder if he's coaching him up on watching for that wild pitch. Maybe something he sees. A guy who's seen a ton of baseball in his day. Maybe he's got a feeling that a pitch to the backstop is coming, telling his base runner to be ready. There is a called strike one on a heater. A one pitch outside to even the count up. One breaking ball stays high. Castrotaro jumps ahead in the count. Fly ball into right field. It chases Costello. That one is off the wall. They're waving home the third runner. It's a bases clearing double for Tyler Castrotaro. That one had some serious carry. I didn't think it had the juice to go that far. A high, deep fly ball. The second double in 2 innings for Tyler Castrotaro. The second bases clearing double of the day. The Muckdogs now are up 15-8. A 4-ribby day for the shortstop Castrotaro. He's 2 for 4. Jackson Inman is 1 for 1, but he's reached base safely all 4 times he's come to the plate. Leaves that one up and inside for ball 1. The Muckdogs up by 7 here in the 6th inning. They need 3 runs and 3 outs to secure a mercy. They've scored 4 here in inning number 6. Inman pops one up way up there. Calling for it is Ligoni. He makes the catch to retire the side. But big blow supplied by Tyler Castrotaro as the Muckdogs strike for 4 runs. They pad that lead as they're up by 7, 15-8 after 6 innings of play.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
We return now for the 7th inning. Nolan Smith takes the plate. Luke Rising still on the mound. pitched a 1-2-3 sixth inning. He's gone through 2 innings here tonight, on for his 3rd. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Rising will have a difficult task as he'll look to set down Nolan Smith, Jacob Haynes, and Justin Bremner, the first 3 hitters, the so-called big 3 in the lineup. 3 big-time bats. That one grounded to second base. Walker fields, throws in time for out number 1. Jacob Haynes swings and misses through strike 1. The Muckdogs have not retired him today. He's 2 for 2, got hit by a pitch in the 5th. A single, a double, and an RBI. That one just misses the zone. One misses. Haynes goes ahead 2-1. That one inside. 3 balls and a strike now. Outside for ball 4. Jacob Haynes reaches base safely for the 4th time today. And with 1 away, Justin Bremner comes to the plate. Bremner is 0 for 2 today. The Muckdogs have done a pretty good job keeping him quiet in the last 2 matchups. He went 1 for 4 last Saturday, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. That's a ball scorched foul outside of 3rd. On a day with a lot of hard hit balls, I think that was the hardest hit. A rocket almost hit Tarskunk head coach Frank Jagoda, but he got out of the way. So that breaking ball is popped up. Castrotaro out, Hammond in. Castrotaro is the one who makes the catch. He'll throw back to first in time. A double play. A throw on the money from Tyler Castrotaro. They double off Haynes at first and retire the side. Luke Rising puts up another scoreless frame. The Muckdogs need 3 runs to secure the mercy rule. Through 6.5 innings to play, they're up 15-8.
Who would you not let you date your daughter? On this team, none of them.
Walker Gleishaw, Irwin's Branch, Sam Gill. We'll go with
Blake. Gotta be Blake. I'm not letting Blake date my daughter.
Yo, I forgot about Blake.
Definitely Blake. Love you, Blake. Can't date my daughter.
Sam Gill.
Irwin's Branch date my daughter. Reed Markham absolutely can never date my daughter, ever.
Cooper Roman, just because he's Coop. I wouldn't let Walker Gleishaw date my daughter. Brian Fry.
Branch, for sure. At Bama, Gary Beaver.
Oh, Sliz. That's not even a question.
This is an easy one for me. I've got to go with Sliz.
Nobody, because she's 3, but also Jacob Vitska.
Okay. Probably, I'm not letting Woodley anywhere near my daughter either. Travis, he can't date my daughter either.
Garrett Bieber. That's all I gotta say?
Walker Glashaw, Van Meter, Gavin Chandler.
You're gonna go Slez.
I wouldn't. You see this group? None of you is dating my daughter. I'm in there.
Nah, you gotta say one.
Especially not you. You would let me do it. I only get one person?
Yeah, you only get one person.
If there's only one person, Sliz, I'm sorry.
You guys
Erwin
don't know
Branch.
why.
I wouldn't let Erwin.
You forgot how many nights.
Branch is not coming within 100 miles of my daughter.
I'm doing Sliz, dude. I just I can't open my door and
Brian Fry will open up the bottom of the 7th. Doesn't have a hit today, but he's reached base 3 times. 2 walks, a hit by pitch. Brady Burdine still on the mound. Fry fouls that one away. That one misses outside. That double, bases clearing double from Tyler Castrataro, really changed the tenor of the game. As the Tarskunks were staying in it, they were battling back. But bringing this from a 4-run game to a 7-run game really did a number on their spirit. Burdine, still pumping, sits down Brian Fry for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Up to the plate now, it's James Bolton. Bolton fouls that one away. Slider outside evens the count at 1. We sure can acknowledge some action. You know, normally we stick to the West Division, but a shocker today out on the eastern part of the schedule. Bolton taps the one out. Burdine fields, throws in time for out number 2. A shocker on the schedule in Amsterdam as the Boonville Lumberjacks mercied the Mohawks 13-3 today. You're not going to see a whole lot of that the rest of the way. Cooper Fesh takes strike 1. Amsterdam still 12-5 on the season. They sit first in the East Division standings. Boonville, 2 games behind them at 7-4. No balls and 2 strikes on Fesh. Line drive, base hit into left center field. Cooper Fesh on the board with 2 away. That will bring up Cooper Romick. That's the first hit of the ball game for Fesh. He's 0 for 3. Third time he's reached base, though, as he was hit by a pitch and drew a walk last inning. Cooper Romick, another guy looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Nice slider from Burdine for strike 1. That one tapped outside of third. No balls and 2 strikes. Outside. The count 1-2 on Romick. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Brady Burdine allows 1 hit, but navigates through a scoreless 7th inning. We're heading to the 8th inning here in this one tonight. The Muckdogs lead by 7. They're up 15-8.
Pregame superstition, black coffee, and picks every day. That's pregame superstition.
You gotta get Chipotle before every game.
I do really bad pitching if I don't drink 500 milligrams of caffeine and 6 ibuprofens. It's just my thing.
I have an energy drink and I pray.
I pray. Always gotta pray for me. Pregame superstition, 7 brew coffee. There we go. According to a baseball book I've read called Mental ABCs of Baseball, it says superstitions are bad.
Okay. Energy drink. I want to sleep as much the night before. Meditation. I have a playlist that I listen to before every game. That's about it.
PB&J and Goldfish before every game.
I usually do the same band routine every time. It's really the only superstition, I guess. I'm not a very superstitious guy.
I have to listen to Gunna before every game. Eat 3 bananas before the game. Monkey never crumbs.
Always gotta have an energy drink before the game. Oh, I gotta go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Luke Rising is still on now for a 4th inning of work after setting down 1-2-3 in the Tarpskunk order facing the minimum. In the 7th inning, on for the 8th, he'll face 4, 5, and 6. He's greeted by Nathan Borchar. First pitch is a ball outside. The Muckdogs are headed to Jamestown tomorrow. These 2 teams will play again. Popped up third base side. Inman chases after it, but it's out of play. There's a strike 2. Rising ahead in the count. That one just misses the zone. Count is even at 2s. Borchar staying alive, fouls that one away. Grounded to first base. It hits off of the glove of Horton and goes into right field. Borchar is going for 2. He'll make it. It appears the ball got stuck in the tarp. Borchar now advances for third. He's coming home. But the play was ruled dead. As the ball got stuck in the tarp, he'll wind up at second base. You have to imagine, yes. They signal him to go back to second base. So the E3 allows Borchar to advance to second base. Jagoda arguing. Not really sure what exactly he's arguing. You have to think part of it at this point might be just some frustration seeping in. Skip Martinez comes out. He will relieve Luke Rising of his duties. Jagoda still speaking with the field umpire. The fans out here, not happy. They're calling for him to get tossed. They're telling him to be quiet. The new pitcher will be Irwin's Branch. We're going to step away for a few moments. The Muckdogs are up 15-8 here in the 8th inning.
Did you know that 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance with Geico?
Yeah, but did you know that Dewey's favorite snack is popcorn from the Batavia Muckdogs?
The new pitcher into the game, Irwin's Branch. Branch was strong through his first 3 outings. Scuffled a little bit his last time out there. The numbers on the season, this is his 5th appearance. Batters really don't make a whole lot of contact against him. First pitch to Brady McGuire is up high for ball 1. It'll be McGuire, Costello, and Weeks. That one misses low. Count is 2-0. Misses high. And it's 3-0 now on McGuire. McGuire, 1 for 2 today, a hit by pitch, and an RBI single. There's a strike. Three balls and a strike the count. That one paints the outside corner, and it's 3-2 now. Branch fell behind 3-0, looking to battle back. Trying not to walk. The first batter he faces after coming into the game. Grounded to third. Inman fields. He'll throw in time for out number 1. So Irwin's Branch initially fell down 3-0, settled in through 3 straight pitches in the zone. 1 away now for Dom Costello. Costello is 0 for 3 today. There's a line drive. Castrataro caught it! A leaping grab. Another double play. Tyler Castrataro gets way up there. Shows off the vertical and gets the Muckdogs out of the 8th inning. After 7.5 innings of play, they lead this one 15-8. A sparkler to retire the side.
My dude Josh Petrosky, 716 Hurt, best team around. Great day to have a great day. I've heard you're the biggest troll on the team, so I got to get you. Oh, these guys are called the Muckdogs too? That's sick. What's up, what's up? How you doing today? Living the dream. You have 1 arm to throw with. He's got 2. This is going to be so fun to watch. I'm excited. Probably a little easier when the batter's in the box and not behind a fence. Yeah, the only thing I'm really seeing, like the ones you're leaving out, you're just pulling that glove early and letting that arm get long and draggy out there. You know, I never thought I'd say it'd be a bad day to be an American, but given the context that we're playing the Americans, bad day to be an American. I got to learn how to handle you. That's why, like, a big thing is letting you do you, because I've never had a switch pitcher. So, oh, now he's going to do it with his other arm. What a talented specimen of a human. Ooh, saucy. Love that. Slide step, fuzz piece at the knees. Banana bread at work, dude. Attack, no walks, make them hit. Yeah. No one's stringing together hits against us yet, so until they do that, let's fill it up. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's been a tremendous day at the office for Tyler Castrataro. Was picked by stat keeper Zach as the hitman of the game, and that was a great pick. Got to give some props to Zach. He's sitting just to the right of me in the press box. Braden Reyna lays down a bunt. Burdine fields, throws offline. It was caught by Smith, but he was off the bag, so it's a leadoff bunt single for Braden Reyna to open up inning number 8. But back on Castrataro, At the plate, he's 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, 2 doubles to his name. And he's turned 3 double plays. That one is smoked down the left field line. That ball is 1 hop off the wall. Reyna into third. Hammond walking to second with a double. Travis Hammond showing off the pop right there. Turns on one, puts the barrel on it. And runners on second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Hammond, a guy known for speed and an on-base ability. How about that? Was ready for the heater. Caleb Walker stands as the winning run at the plate. A bit, I guess, not entirely accurate to say winning run because they're already up by 7 runs. But if Walker comes around to score, the game is over. It'd be a mercy rule. He fouls a first pitch breaking ball. Away, it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Walker. Up the middle. It's a slow roller. Going to be a tough play. Lagoni couldn't field it cleanly on the bare hand. And it's a ribby single for Caleb Walker. As the Muckdogs extend their lead, they're now up 16-8. Walker did a good job. Down 0-2 in the count and just put a barrel on the ball. He put the ball in play and something good happened. The lineup flips over now for Braden Horton. 3 straight hits. 3 straight hits to open up the bottom of the 8th inning. Braden Horton takes strike 1. That one misses. The count even at once. Inside for ball 2. Horton is 3 for 4 today. When you got 14 hits, usually a lot of guys having great days. The top 2 in the Muckdog order. As that one hits Horton, he throws the bat pretty emphatically. Not so happy to get beaned up by 8 runs. He'll take first, his 5th time reaching base safely. Up to the plate now. It's been the guy who's stolen the show tonight. On Dewey's birthday, it's been Tyler Castrotaro night at the ballpark. You want to call it that. Braden Horton, after getting plunked, he'll be taken out of the game. I think he's all right, but just want to get him off his feet. Luke Dodonna will pinch run for Horton. That runner at first, unlikely to come into play. If Walker scores at second, this ball game is over. Of course, assuming that Travis Hammond scores first. Castrotaro already has 4 ribbies to his name. He produced a bases-clearing triple his last time up back in the 6th. Back up with the bases loaded now. With this situation, Jagoda is going to go to the pen with the bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning, and his team down by 8 runs. So that's it for Burdine. We'll step away while the new man warms up. New pitcher is Jameson Walsh. Walsh has made 1 outing so far this season. That came against the Muckdogs back on June 1st. He allowed 1 run in 1 inning of work. Struck out 2 batters, walked 3. So he'll get another chance here in a mop-up role. His team down by 8, the bases loaded. He'll try to send it to the 9th inning. The Muckdogs need 2 runs to cross the plate to secure a victory. It's 2, 3, and 4 up in the order. Walsh delivers that one outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. There's a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Nice breaking ball from Walsh there. The count, 1-2. One, two on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Walsh sets down Castrataro, the first batter he sees. 1 out now here in the bottom of inning number 8. Next up will be Jackson Inman. Inman takes that one low for ball 1. The 1-0 misses. Nowhere to put Jackson Inman. A walk would bring the game-ending run 90 feet from home plate. Here it is on 2-0. It misses. 3 balls and no strikes on Inman. Inman, who's already walked 3 times, staring at walk number 4. That'll help the on-base percentage. Swing and a miss. 3-0 hack with the bases juiced. That one might have been ball 4. We'll never know. Three balls and a strike. Inside for ball 4. An RBI walk for Inman. The Muckdogs 1 run away from securing the Mercy Rule victory here this evening. They lead 17-8. And with that run, they match the game high total. They've scored their most runs in a game with 17. What I mean by that is 25 combined runs. They've tied what they did in the 13-12 game versus Geneva. So, major scoring tonight. Last night, they scored 16. Tonight, they've broken their season high with 17 runs. They've got 33 runs in the last 2 games. The offense is rolling. The bat's red hot. 2-0 pitch to Fry. That one misses, and it's 3-0 now. 1 ball away from securing a victory here this evening for the Muckdogs. Here comes the 3-0. Called strike to keep the Tarskunks alive. Here it is on 3-1. Swing and a miss. First strike 2, the count now full on Brian Fry. Three-two on its way. Low and away for ball 4. It's a walk-off walk. As the Muckdogs secure victory, they close this one out. They win 18-8. 18 runs. Follows up a 16-run performance last night. They are ruling offensively. And they really set the tone in that first inning. I mean, they put up 8 runs. The Tarskunks didn't go away without a fight. They put some runs on the board, but it just didn't matter. It was the Muckdogs' day at the plate. They stayed locked in. The pitchers settled in. Nice performance by Luke Rising out of the pen. Came in with the bases loaded, nobody out in the 5th. And he got them through 3 innings. Eric Woodley settled in on the mound after giving up 5 runs through the first 2. But the story of the game was the offense. 18 runs on 14 hits. Braden Horton had a big night, reaching base safely 5 times, had 3 ribbies. Tyler Castrataro had a 4 RBI day, hit 2 doubles. Jackson Inman reached base 5 times. Brian Fry didn't record a hit, but still reached base safely 4 times and had an RBI. All across the board. A dominant win for the Muckdogs tonight. On a big night for birthdays. It was Dewey's birthday, also Skip Martinez, his son Elijah, his birthday. He keeps the streak of undefeated on his son's birthday. So the Muckdogs will go home happy tonight. They're going right back at it against Jamestown tomorrow on the road. That one will be at 6:30. I've been Nikita Lohman taking you through this one this evening. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for choosing to spend your Friday night here at Dwyer Stadium. I'll be